Hey, what's going on YouTube? Thanks for stopping by the channel and welcome to another Roaring Kitty video. That is Roaring Kitty, ticker ROAR on Ethereum, contact address ending in 790F. Now before I start, I would just like to say that none of this is financial advice. I will never tell you what to do with your money. These videos are mainly just for educational purposes if you happen to be researching ROAR, and perhaps entertainment if for some reason you find me entertaining. Also, I will never DM you for anything, so please be wary of scammers. And lastly, I would like to disclose to you that I am, in fact, invested into Roaring Kitty. I have been invested since May of 2024. I am not paid to talk about this project, but Roaring Kitty is a CTO. It is 100% community owned and ran, and I, as a community member, just like all the other community members, believe that this project is something special, and we all do our part to put it out there and tell people about it. Also, I will be doing a portfolio update at the end of this video. I usually post them on TikTok, but now since I make YouTube videos, I post them on here as well. So getting into it, if you look at the chart here on Dex Tools, this is the chart for ROAR, and I have drawn a blue line here to indicate support because price has fallen back down to support. Now, any good investor might look at this and think that this is a good time to buy because price is by support, but they also might wonder why the price fell down to support. And that is just what I want to touch on really quick. There is some conversation within the Telegram that maybe the community hasn't been as active in rating and shilling as they could be, and not that the community is inactive. I see a lot of people every day posting on X working for their bags. I know my X account has gotten more and more interaction lately. But I also, someone had made the mention of not doing a lot of raids on YouTube, so I can kind of see where that criticism comes from. But I think there's some more macroeconomic factors here. One of which, when ROAR started to go down here at the beginning of the month, Bitcoin kind of faked us out and took a tumble. And when Bitcoin fell, Ethereum just got pulverized. So of course that will affect our price action on the downside since we are an Ethereum based token. And also GameStop is down here recently, and historically this asset has shown that it moves with GameStop, the stock. So since GameStop is down, that could also play into why this is down. Also, within the Telegram, I'm going to talk about the Telegram here later on, but there's been a lot of people sharing screenshots of wallet watching, of all these wallets that bought and they're selling to take a loss. Like, they're scared, they're down, and they're just cutting their losses and they're moving on, which goes to show that they don't really believe in this project. But there's really good there's a lot of really good things going for this project right now. I'm still super bullish on this. Going to look at GME real quick. As you can see, I said GME was down. If you were to search GME in the news, you see all of these bearish headlines like, can it hold up? Ryan Cohen gearing up for a PR blitz with the meme craze fading. Like, the mainstream news for GameStop is bearish, but if we go look at X, GameStop is super bullish on X. Nothing but bullish comments. I guess every now and then you see some bearish comment, but the guy's wearing a suit and looks like he lives on Wall Street. You look at this guy right here, White Rabbit. This is a GameStop influencer, and he says he opened up a $500,000 short position on GameStop. He really didn't. He's just being sarcastic here, but he's like, because the company only has $4.6 billion in cash, or Ryan Cohen is working for free because the company can't afford to pay him. The biggest catalyst is literally an animal, cat, referring to Keith Gill, the Roaring Kitty. Short term 17, long term 12. Like, give me a break. Like, and you look through some of these comments here, people are just, they they kind of think it's funny. They kind of get in on it. I don't know if satire would be the right word or not, but this guy's just kind of joking about all the bearish sentiment in the news around GameStop. Everyone is bullish. Like, look at this guy. Although the daily setup displays a bearish momentum, the weekly time frame continues to show a bullish trend with a golden cross. He references his material there. Nothing but bullish posts for GameStop. So I am still bullish on GameStop. If we go back and look at the chart, we will go to the weekly. Like once it breaks, $32, $33, $35, there's a lot of room for GameStop to run. There's not a lot of resistance up here, and if you go here and look at an even more zoomed out view, GameStop can go crazy again. I believe it can. Obviously, these people on X believe that it can. So if you're bullish on GameStop, you should also be bullish on GameStop themed meme coins like Roaring Kitty. So historically, since this chart does move with GameStop more often than not, I would expect as GameStop rebounds and does well, Roar will pick up more holders, more investors will come into Roar, and Roar will do well. And especially if Keith Gill starts posting on X again. My first video on this channel, titled A Case for Roar, I had talked about how this token has a history of spiking when Keith Gill tweets. So if you haven't looked at that video and you're researching Roar, I would recommend you go check it out. There's a lot of great stuff in there. But I have no reason to be bullish on this. This is still really good. And the Telegram, I want to touch on the Telegram real quick. Earlier today, I saw a community member post this little chart analysis. So I was talking to someone about investing into Roar, and I was telling her, like, if you get into this asset, you should make an X account. You should get into the Telegram because you can learn a lot from the X. You can learn a lot from the Telegram. That seen as though Roar is a community-driven project, if it almost initiates engagement, and when you engage with the community, for someone that doesn't know a whole lot about reading charts, you learn things as well. And this community member, I think his name was Hosey, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it, but he had called this a reverse on trend, where these candles are matching, where the second candle sets the next trend. So here you got a trend down, here you got a trend down, here you got a trend down, and right here where we were at when he made this post, he was saying that if we close above this candle, slightly above this candle, we'll see a trend up, and if we go back to DEX tools, we'll see that we did actually close slightly above that candle, and now it looks like we're trending up. So to me, that's bullish too, with everything that this has going for it. But it's not just GameStop that this project has going for it. It is also Shibarium. I just want to point out here, this was from January 11th. This is a community member, Random Arts. He posted, boom, people wonder why Roaring Kitty is trying to get onto Shibarium, as a response to this person posting about a new bone utility. And Satoshi Kusama, the man himself, for those of you that don't know who Satoshi is, he is the lead dev for SHIB. And he replied saying, we will figure out how to make it happen. Just please not until after Treat. Well, you know what? They've launched Treat, so I would expect Roaring Kitty to be on Shibarium at any time. Even the official X account posted this not too long ago. Roaring Kitty CTO is excited to announce that we've bought more bone to prepare for our upcoming Shibarium Net launch. This achievement is only possible thanks to your generous donations of bone and ETH. Roaring Kitty isn't just another token, it's 100% community owned and operated. No developers, no team, no CEO, just a community united by a shared vision. Join the movement and be part of something truly impactful. If you'd like to support our mission, consider donating ETH or Bone for Shibarium. Together we will make it happen. In my first initial video titled A Case for Roar, I talk about LP and how Bone is actually undervalued, or I believe Bone is undervalued. And as projects start to onboard to Shibarium, as Shibarium sees more use, people use Bone, Bone's going to go up. And having our project, Roaring Kitty, having that on Shibarium and a dual liquidity pool, one in ETH, one in Bone, as Bone goes up in price, it's going to directly impact our price on the upside without buys and sells. So it's very, very good. I'm super bullish on that. I am super excited for Roar to go onto Shibarium. I am just I I can't even think of words that really do it justice. It's just talk about how excited I am for this. This is really, really good. Let's just go do the portfolio update and end it. I want to keep this video short. So here, this is a screenshot from my wallet. I am holding 2 million ROAR, and it is currently worth $11,054, but I'm actually up $8,603 from my initial $2,451 investment. Around the all-time highs, which is just above a penny and a half. I'm sitting around like $32,000 with this 2 million ROAR. I expect to get into six figures with this, and I'm aiming for seven figures because at a $500 million market cap, ROAR will be 50 cents, and my 2 million ROAR will be worth $1 million. But maybe I've changed my mind. Maybe I want 2 million instead of 1 million. Because you think, I make $1 million, I got to pay tax on that $1 million. And pay tax on $1 million, I'm not going to have $1 million. So maybe now I want 2 million. Maybe I'm going to hold to $1 billion market cap. Many in the community think that ROAR will go to $1 billion or even larger, like $2 or $3 billion in market cap. I've always tend to have a little bit more of a conservative target for price for this asset, but that was at the beginning when Shibarium was just talk and the chart hadn't made any history. We didn't have any history for the chart to go off of, but now we have tons of history for Roaring Kitty. It's made a beautiful chart, and Shibarium is going to be a thing, and like I said earlier, words cannot express how excited I am for dual LPs in both Bone and ETH. And since this is happening, I might just change direction and shoot for a higher price target because things have developed the way that they have. My thesis on this is always kind of changing, but not just because of how the markets change or how the projects change. Like when you're a good student at whatever you're doing, in this case with me, it's crypto. You're always learning, and since I've learned what I have learned and have seen what I have seen, I now believe that this can go way above a $500 million market cap, and I'm just going to hold for even more. I'm going to see what happens, and we're going to go to the moon on this. I'm super excited. So for those of you that don't know, this is the official Roaring Kitty X. I had it up earlier. Right now they got a pinned comment or a pinned post on how to buy Roaring Kitty, a little tutorial. They use Coinbase Wallet there. This is great. This project is really special, and I am super excited for the future. And with that, I am just gonna leave you. I don't know how long this video has gone. I'd imagine I'm probably around 10 minutes, maybe under 15, but that's all I got for you today. So thanks for stopping by. If you haven't checked out my first video, A Case for ROAR, where I kind of go into explaining LP, I go into explaining like a history of this token. If you're wondering how this asset kind of formed, I go into that. Check out that video. It's the very first video I ever posted on my channel. Yeah, so if you, oh gosh, I'm at a loss for words because I'm just so excited about this. I can hardly contain myself. So I'm just going to end this. That's all I got for you guys. We will see ya in the next one. Take care.